late show because if you're like me, you're still up from last night, so hey. Well, my name's Will, and I'll be with you here for the next little bit.
I'm Sheena. Good to see you all this morning.
I'm Beth. I was not on Lucifer. I'm sorry.
Yes, that Lucifer panel is going to be very popular. Well, will be popular, up until the panel. So that's going to be great. We're here to mainly give you some info about what's been happening. We're going to talk about a few segments that we're going to show you and, give you some updates. First, we do have some schedule changes. So we're just going to give you a couple highlights of schedule changes. One is the Magician's Cast. That was supposed to happen today at 1 p.m. in the Centennial, but it's not going to. Sorry.
Yes. There's a new cancellation. Jason Stiff will not be on the Cartoons That Curse Sunday, 10 p.m.
So the cartoons won't curse.
I hope. Or maybe they will.
There we go.
That could be fun. That would be real fun, actually.
Well, I have a better one because it's an addition. It's the addition of the special hour with Allie and AJ. That's in the Westin, the Peachtree Ballroom at the Westin. That's at 1 p.m. If you were at the concert and, you might have got burned by only getting to see 2 songs.
We heard that show was hot.
It was.
Yeah, all song and a half.
Yes, indeed. Ooh. Did anyone have to vacate? Were either of you all there at the Sheraton?
No.
For those of you who weren't up all night like me, you might not have known, but they had a small fire that evacuated half the building at the Sheraton.
Oh, wow.
But everyone was safe. No one got hurt, so all's well that ends well.
So the concert was short. Oh, that's sad.
We do, however, have an addition here. We do have the Operation Orville, What Lies Ahead. That is now today, and it was in the Peachtree Ballroom. It is in the Regency now, Hyatt Regency, room 6 and 7.
Yes. There is an update. Zachary Levi will, I lost my thing.
He'll be live.
Oh, yes, okay. Zachary Levi will not be on the Shazam Cast Qualities of a Hero panel Monday at 10 a.m. But he will be at a panel today at 1 p.m. in the Imperial Ballroom in the Marriott. So see him there or don't.
So does this feel a little bit like back when you were in school when your teachers read you the syllabus? A little bit?
Yes, indeed. All right, now Becky. Is Becky here? No Becky. Gabriel. I was back in school already.
Yeah.
Goodness. We do, however, have some great shows that are going to be happening tonight, some parties that are going on. So if you didn't get the party last night all night, you can do that tonight instead. We have the Miss Star Trek Universe pageant at 5:30 today. I hope you go check that out. For all you Lucifer fans, I'm sure that's a natural correlation there.
I'm definitely checking that out. It says Klingons, Borgs, and wow. It's a lot.
It's gonna be cool.
It's going to be amazing. We've got the DragonCon Masquerade happening tonight. So definitely look forward to that. It's a huge one every year.
Yeah. We've got the Yule Ball, which is the big Harry Potter dance for everybody that loves Harry Potter, which should be everyone.
Absolutely, and of course there's also the Dragon Awards today at 5:30, so if you voted on the Dragon Awards, or even if you didn't, go check it out. That's going to be something to see.
Yes.
And we've got just one other thing, I think, right?
Yeah, the Heroes, Villains, and Humanity. Phase 4 of the over-the-top game based on the cards of humanity. Be a hero or a villain. Face off in battle royale with your team and the ultimate bragging rights. So that will be happening. And proceeds go to the American Heart Association. So that's today, 10 p.m. in the Marriott.
That sounds really cool, actually.
It does, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that we've got some great stuff to show you. In fact, I know, Beth, didn't you have something you were going to tell them?
Yeah, I think we might have a segment that I did yesterday for InstaFilk. If people don't know about the Filk track, I did not know about Filk. And we have a segment about it, and I went to InstaFilk, and I think I learned a bit about what it's all about.
That sounds cool.
Look forward to seeing it. Roll that tape.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Beth with DragonConTV, and I'm in the Hyatt Hannah over with the Filk singing track, and we're going to try to figure out what Filk is. I am here with Amber. Amber, what do you do with the convention?
I'm the track director for the Filk Music Track. We are the music fandom, so any geeky, nerdy songs out there, we usually welcome them very fondly into our room.
And this event here is InstaFilk. Could you tell me what that entails?
Sure. What we do is we actually invite the audience in and we complete a Filk song within an hour. What we do is we usually start out recommending to pick up anywhere between 4 to 5 different songs that most people in the audience know. So we do tend to go to like TV theme shows or even old sea shanties, things like that. And then we also go to look at themes, same thing, about 4 or 5, and then we get a consensus between the audience of what we want to talk about and sing about. After that, we roll through, usually starting with the verse. Sometimes some songs lend themselves better to starting with the chorus, but then we roll through, we try to match it, and the professionals usually start out, we run through a rehearsal or two, and then we record it, and that's what gets posted.
So this is all live song construction right here at DragonCon. I am here with Mark. Mark, can you tell me a little bit about what you were doing with the Filk track today?
So I play a group called the Broken 19 Bars. We've been performing here since 2002, and the Filk track's been a huge part of it. Every year we're out here playing shows, and we just finished at the InstaFilk workshop where we write a song using contemporary melody, and then just have fun with it and just create something fun.
So what made you start doing Filk in the first place?
Filk covers a lot of different things, one of which is parodies, and that's where I got started. You know, I was a big fan of Weird Al Yankovic when I was a kid, and my dad used to sing silly songs the same way, just parodying songs. And then one day, Andrew and I, we were performing at a Renaissance festival, and we came across our own songs, which were songs like If I Had a Million Ducats.
This is Beth from DragonConTV. We just finished InstaFilk. We wrote a song in an hour. Let's take a listen.
Sumatra, a lukewarm or a hot one. It surely hits the spot, son, the coffee family. There's cinnamon and hazel, we'll drink some with the bagel. Ignore the warning label, the coffee family. Neat, sweet, petite.
Well, that sounded really cool.
That was awesome.
So did you bring us coffee?
I did not. I also didn't write the song, but everyone else did.
That was awesome. 1 hour? That's all it took?
They actually wrote 2 in an hour.
Oh, fun.
Talent.
Yes, indeed. That is a skill I do not possess.
Yes. Well, one of the most culturally diverse displays at DragonCon is the Silk Road Performance Exposition. It features dance, music, and other talent from the Mediterranean all the way to the Pacific. It will include a ton of performers from years past, along with some exciting new acts. And the Silk Road Performance Expo is happening today at the Hilton Grand at 2:30 p.m. And I want to introduce you guys to the director of the Silk Road Track, Beth Giles. Welcome, Beth. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
I'm not usually out in public this early in the morning during the convention. And it's actually going to be in the Hilton Grand East Ballroom. It's really important to remember it's the East Ballroom. Yeah, and that'll be today at 2:30. But we'll have some belly dancers, we'll have some musicians, and I'm pretty sure we have a martial arts act this
Awesome. Well, for those who don't know, explain what the Silk Road Track is.
So the Silk Road Track encompasses everything along the path of the ancient Silk Road, from the Mediterranean to Japan and down into India, from ancient times all the way through to modern. It's basically, we explore the globalization process from ancient times through to modern and the influence of Asian culture on the entire world. So we do a lot of live action film where we review classic Asian film, and a lot of that has influenced modern sci-fi and fantasy around the world. If you look at Miyazaki and his influence on even Star Wars and Firefly and things going through into modern times, we have a lot of influence from Asia on all culture. So it's interesting that we kind of have a little bit of everything and it reaches out into everything. And now that the world is so connected, everything's kind of starting to feed back into itself. So the global influence is coming back into Asia as well. So it's really interesting to see it from both sides.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And you mentioned you had a panel coming up about the reverse, about Western culture influencing Asian culture, right?
We do. This morning at 10 o'clock, our guest, Jason R. Merrill, is going to be presenting on the Western influence on Japanese fashion, because Japanese street fashion has been so heavily influenced by American fashion and hip-hop style that it's really interesting to see how it's going back around, because they've always been interested in our culture, but it's interesting to see how what we take and then interpret, and then they take that interpretation and turn it around and take it again.
True.
So it's neat.
Yeah, and not only that, what is it? The 50s culture is very popular there with the pompadours and the jackets, aka JoJo Bizarre's Adventure, if you guys have seen that.
Yeah, very much.
So you also mentioned you have a Sari panel coming up?
Right, I think at 11:30 this morning, I don't have my schedule in front of me, I have a panel on women's Indian dress from ancient to modern times, and the presenter is Randy Maria, and she is first-time presenter at DragonCon, but she's been here so many times, and I've seen her do panels before, and it's going to be fantastic. She has a lot of really beautiful examples to check out.
Awesome. That sounds so cool. I mean, I'd love to meet them.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, they're beautiful.
Me too. I think that was really
Yes,
neat.
you would look
I look
fabulous.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes, so what are some of your favorite panels of the Silver Track?
Let's see, so far, the best things have been, we had a K-pop dance party Friday night. It was packed out. We were over in the Imperial Ballroom at Marriott. We had a standing line outside for about 15 minutes. It was ridiculous. But that was great and loads of fun. I've never done a party that big before, and it was just... But the origami panels have been a lot of fun. I really like them. We extended them and moved them to a workshop room this year, so we have a table to fold on, and there's a projector so you can see his hands. And that was a lot of fun. We made some really neat things in the modular panel.
That's awesome.
So would you say the Silk Road track has something for all ages?
We absolutely do. We have a lot of things that are geared towards kids, like the origami panels are absolutely kid-friendly. And then we have some things that are not so much. Thursday night we had an adult content warning on our kaiju MST3K style shout-out theater for reasons, because anything in Asian film that's worth watching and doing MST3K style has tentacles, and we know where that goes.
Yes.
But and last night we did Asian horror, and the audience chose to watch Stacy. So if you haven't seen it, you should check it out, because it's one of the funniest zombie movies ever made. And we'll be closing out the weekend with a classic Godzilla film chosen by the audience at 11:30 tomorrow.
That's great.
I'll have to add Stacy to my list.
It's ridiculous.
After Dark Crystal.
Yes, after Dark Crystal.
After Dark Crystal for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate you coming by, Beth, and sharing that with us, and we'd like to see you again soon.
It was great to be here.
Absolutely.
I always enjoy sitting next to someone who's also named Beth.
Yes, the two Beths.
So you can share Phil, and she can share Silk. I just came up with that right myself.
Nice.
Da-da-da.
Clever.
I'll be here all week. Try to be here.
Well, up next we have a segment that I did for the kids track. They have a costume photo shoot for all the child cosplayers. So we will watch that.
Main lobby.
Hey guys, I'm
Sheena Wiley for DragonConTV, and we are in the Hyatt in the lower level outside of Techwood Room, and we have all these kids behind us. They're waiting for their very own photo shoot. So this is a part of the kids track right here. DragonCon's got a little bit for everybody. So let's check out what's going on. Hey, I'm here with Jonathan McFarland, and tell us about the event going on behind us.
So behind us is the Kids Track Kid Photo Shoot, and we've got every kind of kid in cosplay and costume that you can imagine. We herd them all into a tiny room for pure chaos, contained for about 5 minutes so everybody can get photos, and then we roll them through and get more photos. All the photos are publicly available through the Facebook group. All you have to do is search DragonCon Kids on Facebook. It's the first one that comes up. Also, there's an event page on Facebook for this photo shoot, and they'll be available on either of those free of charge.
And what's the age qualifications for the kids?
So it was everybody under 16, and we put the emphasis on kids 12 and under.
How did this event come about?
My lovely wife behind us, Morgan McFarland, last year set up a photo shoot for kids and families who cosplay. It was unofficial at that point, but the Kids Track invited her to make it a part of the official Kids Track this year.
Well, cool. Thanks for telling us about this awesome program. Hey, I am with Isabella and Marcus. And so, Isabella, tell me about your costume.
My costume is about Ray, and I like Ray, and she's my favorite character.
So what's
Star Wars?
Because you like Star Wars?
Yeah.
Why do you like Ray so much?
Because she's my favorite character. Yes.
Oh. And Marcus, who are you today?
I'm Morales.
Okay.
I just like his attitude, and I like the whole Spider-Verse. I think I got into Marvel movies maybe last year. And so now, and my favorite character is Spider-Man, and so I decided to be Spider-Man, and I was Peter Parker yesterday, so I really like Spider-Man.
Cool. So I found some more cosplayers here. I'm here with Ella and Gabriel. And who are you guys today?
I'm Buzz Lightyear.
Awesome. And who are you, Gabriel?
I'm Forky.
You're Forky? Okay, so where's this character from? I haven't heard of this one before.
Toy Story 4.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so you're both from the cast. That's super cute. So is Buzz your favorite character from the movie?
Well, no, I actually like Forky too.
But you have to be nice and let Gabriel be Forky, right? As you can see, everyone had a great time here at the photo shoot. And if you are a kid or have a kid who wants to participate next year, come on down to DragonCon, look for the information on Facebook, and we will see you next year. Awesome. Oh, they were so cute.
You know, I have a question for you. How do you not know who Forky is?
I just haven't seen the latest Toy Story. I watch my movies in the house. I don't get to get out a lot lately.
No, I think that it's available. Is it available yet? No, maybe it isn't. Nope, it's not. All right, you're forgetting for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe 4.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we have some more guests that we want to introduce here. First, we've got Michelle Cotton and, of course, Jeff Cotton. Welcome.
We love to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. So, why are you here? Tell us what's going on.
Well, we are makers from Huntsville, Alabama, and we want to show off and tell you about our Dune Sandworm.
Ooh.
Nice.
Do we have some Dune fans in the room? Yeah. All right, a small group, not as many as it's from Fayette, Georgia, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll work on it. So, tell us, so you make things. What did you make? What's special this year?
What's special to this year is that the complete worm is 45 feet long. I did all of the sewing, and we shaped the hoops and everything for the body of the worm, and then constructed the head from scratch using insulation foam and craft foam.
So you did this, what, in a couple hours? Maybe, maybe in a
Sure.
Over a weekend?
I cranked it out in between panels.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah, it took about 6 months or so.
Wow.
So do you know, like, how many yards of fabric does it take to make a 40-foot long sandworm?
Man, that's dividing.
It's too late in the night for that.
Yeah.
What? Like, did you just go buy, like, just huge reams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I had to buy out 4 separate reams at Joann's. Yes.
So if
And
you were
then
looking
we
for
later
fabric,
coupons.
and there was a shortage,
This is why.
that's why, yep.
What are the teeth made of? Are they made of foam too?
No, the teeth are plastic defender spikes. You usually get them to put on top of your fencing so that critters don't sit on top of your fence. They're actually very sharp.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's awesome. How many people does it take to maneuver?
It takes 8. We had 9 in the parade yesterday, which shout out to all of my Huntsville Fremen who were in the parade with us yesterday. We had 9, so one was a medic, like walking around giving water to everybody.
Oh,
Hey, that's a vital role.
it is. Yes.
Excellent.
I have a question. What inspired the the Chinese dragon style of your silkworm?
Oh, well, when I was a teenager, my father, Wayne Cotton, told me that there were 2 books that I needed to read, and Dune was one of them, Conan was the other. And I was just so in love with the story. When she said, hey, what do you want me to make for our couple's cosplay next year? I said, I want you to make me a sandworm.
So it's all his fault.
Well, it looks amazing.
Yes, and that's love because she did it, so.
It ended up being a few more than just a couple, though. Like, that's a lot of people that had to be a sandworm.
Yes, trying to coordinate and everything, and we have a great group of friends. We have a great community in Huntsville. I created the Huntsville Fremen group for anybody who wanted to, like, assist and everything with the project. So we have a lot of support from back home, from the group, and also our local makerspace.
This is a community effort.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing. Michelle, Jeff, thank you so much for sharing this with us today. This is really super cool.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, we are almost out of time, but I do want to hit up on the weekend. Did anyone here go to the parade yesterday? Yeah? Did you have a good time? Did we see any good costumes? Anything that you saw in particular? A sandworm, yeah. That was a 9-person costume. I heard it was a big hit.
Back there.
One of our elements, Mercury, dresses as Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. Ooh.
For the element.
Nice. Anyone else see anything?
And I heard Sand Crawler.
Yes.
It wasn't that was dressed up as something a little different than the Sand Crawlers, if I recall. It became a wonderful Wampa whip,
yes.
which was the little ice cream thing.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Truck. Yep. That was really cool.
What did you guys see? Nothing, because they were carrying a 9-ton sand crawler.
Right.
It looks like 9 tons. I don't know how much it actually is, but it looks amazing.
The Stargate that somebody built.
That was cool.
That was cool.
It's early. I couldn't think of that. I did see that Stargate. That was awesome.
I think the thing I fangirled over the most was the life-size Wall-E robot. I love that guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
So do we have any panels we need to see before the end of the day tomorrow? We've only got a day and a half left.
Well, I hear there's a Lucifer panel in this room right now.
Oh, there is. There is. See, all the people cheering right now are cheering for us for the late show, but they're excited that they'll be able to also see them.
Yes, definitely. I think I'm going to go check out that Sorry panel, figure out how to be an Indian goddess for an hour. So
there we go. Well, y'all, thank you for joining us for our Sunday edition of The Late Show. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great convention.
yes.
Take care, guys.